we are going to do distributive property. We are going to combine like terms, and we're going to solve for x. Here we go. Starting from the very beginning, the very first thing I do with long equations like this, when I see a subtraction question, I turn it into an addition question, and that makes the whole thing a long addition question. It makes my brain happy, and it eliminates an opportunity for mistakes to happen, in my opinion. So if I change this subtraction to an addition, and then I flip the value of the next number, I turn that into a -1. Instead of saying x minus 1, I now say x plus -1. And again, now that's just one big addition question. And if a number is meant to be negative, I will not be confused because it is very clearly marked as negative. So that's my first step. Next, I'm going to look at the different places that I need to perform distributive property. The first place, right here, I have 3, and it is going to be multiplied by x. And then I also have 3, and it is going to be multiplied by -1. Over here, I have 5, and it is going to be multiplied by x. And I have 5, and it is going to be multiplied by 2. And you're like, where are you getting this multiplication? Because when there's a number in front of a parentheses like that, that is our reminder, that is a multiplication question. That's what it's telling us. It's telling us to multiply. So 3 is going to be multiplied by everything inside of this parentheses, and 5 is going to be multiplied by everything inside of these parentheses. So let's do that. 3 times x is, if I have 3 groups of x, then I have 3 x's. 3 times x is 3x. I'm going to bring down my addition, and then I'm going to use my calculator to say, what is 3 times -1? We always use our calculator. Our calculator is our friend. 3 times -1 is -3, because a positive times a negative is a negative number. But you don't have to remember that because your calculator will remember it for you. So I -3. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times -1 is -3, and I have brought down my addition symbol. I'm also going to bring down this addition symbol before I get started on the next set of distributive property questions. So now I have 5 being multiplied by x. Again, that's asking if I have 5 groups of x, how many x's do I have? I have 5 x's, so 5x. And then I have 5 times 2, and that is 10. I'm going to bring down my plus symbol because everything's an addition question. 5 times 2 is 10. And I can bring out my equals, 47. So now I have distributed all of my properties, and I can combine my like terms. Let's look and see what terms we have that we can combine. A like term means when you have the same type of number family. Like in this case, I have 3 being multiplied by x. Over here, I have 5 being multiplied by x. Both of these things are being multiplied by x. Those are like. They are common. They are the same type of number. Okay? So we can combine the 3x and we can combine the 5x. So we'll say 3x plus 5x. We can rewrite that down here. The other like term that I see in here is our -3 and our 10. They're not being multiplied by a letter. They're not being multiplied by x or any other variable. They're just -3 and 10. And we can combine that down here as well. We can say -3 plus 10. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice to see that that's a negative number and we're not confused and everything's an addition question? So let's go ahead and make sure that we bring down this addition symbol here, and we bring down our equals 47. So we have 3x plus 5x. What is 3x plus 5x? That is 8x. What is -3 plus 10? Let's use our calculator. -3 plus 10 is +7. And we are going to bring down our, see, we had 5x here. That's this portion. We have 7 here. That's this portion. We need to bring down our plus, equals 47. Okay, so we have combined our like terms. Like terms have been combined. We have a fairly simple question in front of us at this point. We have 8x plus 7 equals 47. That is way way easier looking than this. Look at us go. Okay, so let us solve for x. The first thing we do when we solve for x is we like to draw a line down our equal sign because that reminds us that this side is equal to this side. So whatever we do over here, we need to remember to also do over here. I have 8. It is being multiplied by x. We cannot worry about that though, because what's happening to that? 7 is being added to it. So before we can worry about this, we're going to take care of the fact that 7 is being added. We want to get rid of the 7. The opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. If I subtract 7 on this side, I subtract 7 on this side. Plus 7 minus 7, those cancel each other out. Over here, I have 47 minus 7 equals 40. So I'm going to bring down my 8x equals 40. X is being multiplied by 8. The opposite of multiplying x by 8 is dividing x by 8. So if I divide by 8 here, I divide by 8 here, the 8's cancel themselves out, and they leave me alone with x equals 40 divided by 8. Is positive 5? X equals 5. You know what I'm going to do next? Come along, my friends. Wherever there's an x in our original equation, we are going to replace it with the number 5. Let's do that here. Let's write nice and small so I have lots of room. 3 times 5 minus 1. I'm going to just stick to my original equation was x minus 1. So we'll say 5 minus 1 plus 5 parentheses. X is 5 plus 2 parentheses equals 47. Okay. So we're going to do this in multiple steps. We are going to remember PEMDAS, which says anything inside of the parentheses can be done first. So I'm going to go ahead and do what's inside of the parentheses. I'll write the answer underneath, and then I'll carry everything else down. Okay, so 5 minus 1 is 4. I'm going to leave that into the parentheses, and I'll bring down this 3 here, and that just reminds me that I need to multiply 3 times 4. I'll bring down my plus symbol here, and then I'm going to take care of what's inside of these parentheses here is 5 plus 2 is 7. Bring down my 5 right here. See what we have going on? We said 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. We bring down everything else that's around it. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus 5 times 7 is 35, equals 47. 35, 45, 46, 47. 47 is equal to 47, which makes this statement true, which means that 5x is 5. We did good. Good job, us. Well done.